This is my development log for Budget Pilot. Budget Pilot is an expense tracking app which is available on the Play Store, and you can download it and try using the link below. I'm working on a feature to hide accounts. So this feature, I split it in small steps. In the first step that I was in the previous video, I changed the label from delete to hide depending on the fact that the account has transactions or not. So here is the ticket. I add a field called a hidden to the account table. The reason why there is that strange a is because I added the table name as a one letter prefix because I don't want to use directly the field name but through an enum. So let's see. Summary, add a hidden field to the account table to support hiding accounts from the UI. This allows users to temporarily hide accounts they don't want to see in the main list without deleting them or their transaction history. Acceptance criteria. Database migration successfully adds a hidden column to the existing installation. So the technologies here are Flutter, and for the database is SQLite, which is an embedded database. The migration is kind of supported, a bit manual, but it works. New account defaults to visible, a hidden equals 0. So another quirk of SQLite, it doesn't have Boolean fields, so that's why when we add the hidden property as a Boolean, but in the database as an integer, but with a check constraint that allows only 0 and 1, so it's good enough. Database changes, new schema version 17, we added the column with the constraint. And then there are some implementation notes where we have to create a new DB schema 17, which is the create for the whole database for new users or the upgrade for existing users from version 16 to 17. And then we have the main DB schema, which is the entry point. Here we upgrade to version 17 and we add the migration as necessary. Then we have the enum that I talked about before, which adds the new field. So now we refer it to as core hidden everywhere. And then we have the model. The model, we add the field, we update the constructor to add the new field. From map and to SQL map are methods that allow to parse raw SQL results and back. And then we have copy with and toString to include the hidden. Then we have a new account test. New account is also another class that I use for creating new accounts. And the reason why there is a separate class is because new accounts include the initial balance, which is not really a property of account. Out of scopes is the UI changes, the filtering, and even the cloud sync. So for the implementation, the account has a new hidden field, and then in the constructor, for name constructor from map, we pass the hidden field as an integer becomes a Boolean. And then we have from new account, instead the new account does not even have a hidden field, so we default to false. And then we have the field here. And then here, copy with also supports the modification of hidden. So this creates a clone of the object, changing one or more properties. And then we have another utility method which adds the Firestore ID. And here to base map is where we add the hidden property as 1 or 0. The reason why there is a to base map, which is then called by to SQL map. I don't know if, here you go. Spread with some additional fields is because the same is used to go to Firestore map, but the fields are slightly different. Then the operator equal, this is kind of unrelated, it's just checking explicitly the class, even though the type is already checked here. We add to the toString the hidden property. Then here we add to the enum the hidden field, and then the schema bump version to 17. We have the created for version 17, And then we have the upgrade, which upgrades from version 16 to 17. So the upgrades are executed in cascade as necessary, bumping one version at a time. And then we have the implementation for version 17. So the create schema creates version 16 and then adds the hidden column. And this is the command to add the hidden column, specifying the check constraint. It's an integer as a default of 0. And the upgrade instead just adds the column without creating the whole database tables. And then we got test. Test from map passes 0 to false. So we pass a 0 and we check the hidden property becomes false after calling from map. 1 to true, same thing. We pass 1, we get true. From map defaults to false when hidden is null, so hidden is not here, yet we get false. To SQL map includes hidden field as 0 for false. So hidden is false and we get 0. And we get 1 for true. Same thing here. To base map includes the hidden field. In reality, it's the same code, but good to check. Copy with updates the hidden fields. So here we check, we put initially false. We copy with true. And we get true. Then we check, double check that another field is also copied correctly. ToString includes hidden field. Again, we just check that the string contains that, and the constructor defaults hidden to false. So we don't pass hidden in the constructor yet, is initialized to false. And then other tests, little changes because now there is one more field returned. So here is checking the new field. We get 0, one field more. Same here and here, and same here. Finally, is also testing the database schema with an in-memory database. So in this test, we check that the migration adds the hidden column. So we start creating the database for version 16. And then we check that we are actually on version 16. We do even some insert in the account table. And then we do the upgrade to version 17. And at that point, we check that we have the hidden column. And at that point, we also query the account and we check that it was correctly initialized to false, that is 0 for the database. When we start instead directly with version 17, if we can do an insert directly with the hidden field, and we check that this persisted correctly. And version 17 schema defaults hidden to 0. So here same, we create a version 17 and we don't specify hidden in this insert, but it still gets initialized to 0. So that's all about it. So this feature is medium. There are 295 line of code added, so it could be smaller, but it's self-contained, so it's as small as it could be for this change. And so in the next video, I will do the actual setting of the hidden field to 1 when you want to add an account. So my app is Budget Pilot, personal finance app. Go check it, download it. It's for Android. It's on the Play Store. The QR code is here. Use it, point your camera to that and tell me what you think about it. Thank you. See you next time.